Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. Um, okay, check this out. Shout out to the homie Quest. Quest was 100% accurate in how the media basically stabbed Deontay Wilder in the back and betrayed him in behind Anthony Joshua. And I'm going to point out a lot of the double standards that went on, and I'm completely exposing the media for their inconsistency and their, some of the time, fake, every once in a while, patriotism. Now, last time I checked, Deontay Wilder tried to represent his country in the Olympics. That should stand for something. But yet, you had a lot of people in the media siding with Anthony Joshua. Or just not saying nothing. Not pushing for this fight. You had people like Teddy Atlas, Mike Tyson. Ray, you know what I'm saying? For real. Roy Jones Jr. All these motherfuckers, I started to call him Ray Lewis, but then again, Roy Jones sometimes be acting like Ray Lewis a lot, if you catch my drift. But you had a lot of people speaking against it. Oh no, it's too soon. Watch, it shouldn't happen, and they should let Anthony Joshua. People should be arrested if they let him near. I mean, you actually had people talking against this fight, but then we always hear these motherfuckers say, "Oh, this fight need to happen. The best need to be fighting the best." And I mean, Deontay Wilder should feel completely betrayed by the American media and the American public. So, based off this situation again, don't ask us to stand up for no flag. But I know Deontay Wilder is classy to stand up and salute the flag. I wouldn't. I'd take a knee. He didn't even have the backing of people in his own country. But I'm going to get to that in a minute. See, here's the thing. I like exposing the media, and I like exposing these so-called people that's all about the flag and patriotism and we're all one. No, we're not. Because if we were one, y'all would have been clamoring, y'all would have been pushing for Anthony Joshua to make this fight. But you had a lot of people hating on Deontay Wilder, speaking against him, calling him a bum. And okay, well, if he a bum, then you should tell him to make this fight with Anthony Joshua so he could get his so-called ass beat, right? But you didn't want, a lot of y'all pushed against this fight. Because they didn't want to see it happen. You had a lot of people in the media who didn't put pressure on Anthony Joshua. And I don't want to hear that, oh, Anthony Joshua isn't as known as, you know what I'm saying? Max Kellerman know who he is. He's a so-called boxing expert. Stephen A. Smith tried to be a so-called boxing expert. People knew who Anthony Joshua was, just like they knew who Deontay Wilder was. This would have been the biggest fight to date. You know. And they was playing games. Anthony Joshua and his team was pump faking throughout this whole so-called negotiation. They were negotiating with Povetkin behind the scenes from the gate. All this shit about deadlines and all this shit. Like I said, if somebody send you a bunk contract, of course you're not going to sign it. Of course you're going to have it looked over and shit. And try to say, okay. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could put out a fake press release and say, hey, we gave, you know what I'm saying? Don't y'all remember this? Well, a lot of y'all do remember this because I'm going to tie this together. It's the same thing Bob Arum did with Floyd Mayweather when they was acting like they was going out of their way to make the Floyd-Manny Pacquiao fight. And the funny part about it is it's damn near the same exact situation to a certain extent. People tried so hard to put it on Floyd Mayweather when it was undeniable, undisputable proof that Manny Pacquiao was the reason that this fight got prolonged and it didn't happen for damn near, 5 years, 6 years? It got to, so The funny part about it was Manny Pacquiao, and I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth, and y'all Manny Pacquiao fans can take it however you want. Manny Pacquiao would have never fought Floyd Mayweather if he wasn't so hurt for money. He fought Floyd Mayweather for the damn money because he needed it. Because he was in dire straits with both IRSs. And that's the only fucking reason why he fought Floyd Mayweather. That's why he had all those built-in excuses ready and putting out all this shit about issues in training and sparring and all that type of shit. He put that shit out because he wanted people to feel sorry for him because he knew he was going to lose the fight. After all, he did say God told him he was going to lose the fight. But then again, after the fight, he said he thought he won the fight. So, just goes to show you. Y'all got to understand, y'all can't believe the media. They have an agenda just like everybody else. They put out fake news. They put out propaganda. That's been proven that they put out propaganda. Like I said, I did a review on that movie, you know, a documentary about what really happened with Michael Brown. And how the media covered it up, and how they put out a lot of propaganda, and how they basically went out of their way to assassinate his character just for the sake of protecting a suspect racist cop. Okay? So, it's the same thing the media is doing now. They could have pushed for the fight, but they chose not to. They was doing Eddie Hearn a favor and shit. And a lot of people just was hating on Deontay Wilder. A lot of people have personal grudges against Deontay Wilder for whatever reason. You know. Don't know why, but they just do. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to point out the double standards. Like I said, a lot of these motherfuckers here show fake patriotism at the drop of a dime. You have people talking about we supposed to support our own, we're all one country. But yet, you had a guy in Floyd Mayweather who represented his country in the Olympics. You know, didn't win. You had people rooting for a outsider, a foreigner, to beat him in Manny Pacquiao. And I don't want to hear this shit about Manny Pacquiao's a good guy because he isn't a good guy. I didn't put out several videos on Manny Pacquiao's well-documented, you know what I'm saying, history. The women, the guns, the drinking, everything, the booze. So, go ahead and try to bring up all that so-called woman beating shit. Oh, so you can't forgive him, right? Also, Floyd can't, so typical shit. Black dude make a mistake, he can't be forgiven. But if a white dude make a mistake, we need to move on. Same rhetoric you always hear with these motherfuckers. But y'all say we're all one. But you had a lot of people root for him. And don't try to say that this wasn't a race issue. Because like I said before, I put up I got the footage. I got the videos. I got all the comment sections from way back in 2008. All that shit. Where you had people attacking Floyd Mayweather. And this was before the shit he's supposed to said about Manny Pacquiao. Which was blown out of proportion. But people just wanted to angle something to attack Floyd Mayweather. And then, here's the thing. You had everybody and their mama, when it was undeniable proof that Manny Pacquiao was the reason that the Floyd Mayweather-Manny Pacquiao fight didn't happen until 2015, you had proof that it was Manny Pacquiao who pulled out of the fight twice. But yet they tried to make it look like it was Floyd Mayweather's fault. And you had all these coons, you know what I'm saying, and suspected white supremacists and trying to put this on Floyd Mayweather. Oh, it's Floyd's fault. Oh, it's Floyd's fault. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's Floyd's fault. When it wasn't. But we know why they made it Floyd's fault. Because Floyd was his own backer. He pretty much was his own promoter. And you know, Manny Pacquiao was backed by Bob Arum. And this is what's going on with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder doesn't really have a promoter. He has a manager, but then Anthony Joshua is backed by Eddie Hearn, a white guy. Y'all see the same scenario? So, of course, they're going to try to side with Eddie Hearn. His clout is his skin color. And stop trying to make it, like I said, look like it's not a race thing when it really is. We're not stupid. Now, whether you, and another thing, no nigga better not come on here talking to that Floyd's a coon shit. I don't even care about that. I'm talking about how he was treated. Now, before somebody come here and say, well, Oscar De La Hoya is Mexican, and what about Oscar De La Hoya? Well, Oscar De La Hoya was born in the United States. He's from East LA. So for the people that was rooting for Oscar De La Hoya, even though we well know Oscar De La Hoya's past, a little bit different. But to a certain degree, it still came down to a racial thing with Floyd and Oscar De La Hoya. And if you don't think that, and if you think that wasn't a racial issue, come on, man. Y'all didn't see some of the shit that was getting said about Floyd after he won the fight at the press conference? Y'all need to quit it, man. Y'all motherfuckers ain't honest. The media failed Deontay Wilder. They showed their hand. They showed who their alliances was with. And it wasn't the American, the black American. You know, it wasn't. All you had, like I said, most of these writers didn't say shit. They bit their tongue. I didn't see no videos from all these dudes that sit up here and try to talk shit about the LDBC and certain channels pushing a certain issue. Well, you didn't push the issue at all. Because like I said before, we not worried about no fucking press credentials. We're not. We not. How many times have you seen me get interviews with fighters? Look, real talk, I got a good mouthpiece. I can get into anything if I talk correctly. I know what to say. And I know what to do. But yeah, y'all motherfuckers just ain't real, man. When I say the American media failed Deontay Wilder big time, they failed him and they let him down. They could have put pressure on Anthony Joshua, but why all of a sudden you wanted to be neutral or not say nothing and bite your tongue? But then, like I said, you had all these coons, all these fake women groups, you know what I'm saying? Calling Floyd a coward and all that type of shit. Because like I said, y'all only put that coward label on black fighters, and I'm calling you bitches out. I'm calling you punk ass motherfuckers out. Because I see right through y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm fading y'all like bleach. Because y'all motherfuckers ain't honest. Everybody seen and witnessed what happened with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. It was a clear case of running and ducking. Okay? It was duck hunt. It was a clear case of ducking. They just didn't want the motherfucking fight. Y'all need to accept the truth and live with it. And fuck the American media for how they did Deontay Wilder. If I was Deontay Wilder, if and when Anthony Joshua had the guts to get in the ring with me, it would be certain people I would make sure wouldn't get press credentials for that fight. Like I said, where was Dan Rayfat? Where was all these guys just always, like I said, always talking about what other people was putting out? And the so-called people that say they want to see this fight, they were speaking against it. Because they was too busy trying to put a label on people who was pushing for this fight. The LDBC and people that's affiliated with the LDBC was the only ones that was pushing for this fight. We made a big enough impact on YouTube to where we got these motherfuckers shaking in their boots, to where they making little sneak disses about us. From Tony Manero to Steve Kim with his fake ass. Are we making an impact? Because people with common sense see the truth. Real talk. So I say this once again. You motherfuckers can continue to make LDBC videos, blaming us for this, blaming us for that. But the thing is, the movement is getting bigger and it's only going to get better. I'm out.